Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I have to adjust my camera. I can't get my camera adjusted, y'all. Hold on. I think that'll hold for now. Good morning, y'all. It's very early. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning here. I hope y'all can hear me. I got this fan on extra loud. Y'all, it's been hot here in Texas. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. It's early here in Texas. Heard some firecrackers going off, but not as bad as Wednesday night, y'all. Ooh, Wednesday night. Oh my God, it sounded like they were shooting cannons or something. And last night, so far tonight, I've only heard about 3 firecrackers going out. I can't believe it because normally it's so loud to where I'm up all night, but this time I only heard three because I was asleep, thank God, but now I'm up. But firecrackers is over though. Oh God, 'cause that noise be going on and on and on. But anyways, hopefully everybody had a safe and wonderful July 4th. You know, your Freedom Day. So thank the Lord that it's over now. Y'all, on July 4th, I just like to eat. I just like to have some really good food, and that makes me happy on July 4th because that's when everybody is grilling food and making all the best potato salad. I tell you what I made though. I made dirty rice, uh, barbecue, potato salad, menudo, turnip greens, and that's as far as I got. Y'all, it was so good and it was fun making it. The only thing I don't like about when I cook a lot of food is cleaning up. But y'all, God was so good to me yesterday that when I got through cooking, I had the energy to go ahead and clean up. Because normally I cook and then we eat, and then everybody go back and eat again, and then everybody go back and eat again every hour or two, or every every 30 minutes. Somebody back in the kitchen, so you kind of wait until everybody's done. But y'all, by the grace of God, I had finished up all my cooking early, and we ate, and I went on and washed my dishes. So if you went back later, you had to keep your same plate and rinse that off and use that. Because I actually cleaned up, and I'm so thankful and grateful. Because I actually got to, see, it's one thing like when you do all the cooking, you don't get to really relax because by the time you do all that, like it took me 4 hours to cook everything. I was up early, and it actually took me 4 hours just to get everything done and have it. You know how you got to have it where everything is done and hot. So depending on how you cook it and what you're barbecuing and all that, you got to do it to where it's hot and ready to serve at one time. And it took me 4 hours, y'all, to get everything done. Of course, I started with the meat and stuff. But actually, by the grace of God, y'all, by 12 o'clock, I was done. And I was, thankful and grateful. And everybody was hungry because You know how you smelling food? You like, golly, let's go and eat, let's go and eat. And we did. So by the grace of God, y'all, I had cooked all my food. We ate, and I was resting by 12 o'clock. And got to rest, like I said, the rest of the day because, I was able to go ahead and clean up. So thank the Lord, thank the Lord. But I always enjoy eating on holidays. And then I like to eat for my relatives too, y'all. I like to eat my food, but then I'll be trying to get a plate from the relatives too. Like normally we kind of do something together, but this year we didn't do anything together. So that's all right though, because what I like to do is get a plate from everybody else. It don't matter if the plate come today or if the plate come on Sunday. But anyways, it's early here, very, very early. Um, I want to talk about freedom. We have our Juneteenth, and then we have our July 4th. But our real freedom is just in God. And I was sitting there thinking about that yesterday, and I was like, freedom. Because they're showing everything on TV about freedom and going back to the 1800s and all that. And then I just sit in here and I said, you know what? I said, even in 2024, I said, we're still not free from, some things. After all these years, we still have, things going on. I say, but there is freedom in God. And that's what made me feel good. And I said, thank you, Lord, that I have you. I say, because that's real freedom. Because God is the only one that can truly set you free in your mind, your body, your soul, and your spirit. And that's, everything about you. And I was so thankful yesterday. And I said, Lord, thank you that no matter where I am, or may be, and I said that you set me free. Sent your son Jesus, and that I am free in the Lord. When God sent his son Jesus to die on that cross for us, y'all, Lord have mercy. That covered a multitude of sins, and Lord have mercy. Just what God did sending his son Jesus. There's nothing I can even say but thank you, Lord God, for giving us our real freedom so that we can be truly free. And I'm grateful every day for that. Grateful every single day. And I'm going to tell you, thank you, God, for sending your son, Jesus, so that we can be truly free. And hopefully we don't forget that, We get caught up in our regular stuff, I'll call it that, celebrating our holidays and our freedom, but really, the Lord God set us free by sending his son, Jesus. Y'all, it's hot. Let me go turn my air conditioner on. Well, it's on, but let me go turn this down a little bit so it can come on. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. All right, I'm back. I am back. Y'all, it's 2, it's about 10 minutes after 2 here in the morning in Texas. And y'all, I really want to go in the kitchen and eat. I really want to go in the kitchen and make a plate, y'all. I'm trying my best not to, but I really do want to go in here and make me a small plate, y'all. I am, I am hungry again. Not only am I hungry, but I'm just craving that food that I made. You know how when you cook food on holidays, you try to make your special things, and then it make you eat more. That's why you gotta be careful during the holidays. That's how you end up gaining. The average person gains about 10 pounds, 5 to 10 pounds at holidays because there's a lot of food, and if you keep eating that food, it will do you in. But I'm telling you the truth right now. I feel like going in this kitchen making me a plate. Don't be surprised if you see me jump up and go in this kitchen all of a sudden and you see the light come on and you see me in there making me a plate of barbecue. Barbecue, dirty rice, potato salad, menudo. I keep on forgetting something. Well, oh, I done forgot half the menu now. But anyways, I really do want to go in there and make me a plate at 2 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, don't be surprised if you see this kitchen light turn on in a minute and see me pulling out some food, making me a plate. So, what y'all doing up? It's 2 o'clock in the morning here. What are y'all doing up? Where do y'all live, and what are you doing up at this time of day? I know some people that are on here that are uh, subscribed to my channel, they're like a 7 hour time frame difference, and some people are a 24-hour time difference. So, like what I'm saying is Friday, they're already on Saturday. So it's very interesting because I'm used to saying good morning or afternoon or evening or whatever my time frame is. But some people, and even if you're just passing through, your time zone right now may be into the next day or several hours apart. Um, yeah, I was talking about freedom. No, freedom in the Lord. Best freedom in the world. When God sent his son Jesus to set us all free. That's what I was saying. That we not take that for granted. I've been focusing on these days. I put up a Sunday sermon note, and it was about silence the noise. Silence the noise. And I think I did it. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I'm not even sure now. But anyways, it's called Silence the Noise. And it kind of goes along with your freedom that the Lord gives you through him and his son Jesus. And then didn't leave us alone, left us with the Holy Spirit, the Comforter, the Holy Ghost. Um, the Sunday sermon note about silence the noise was basically, let me read it to y'all. Hold on. This is very important. When I read it the other day, it really helped a lot of people. But let me get it. Hold on. It's called Silence the Noise, y'all. It's like only 4 points. Very short. But it changed your life. I promise you. It'll change your life as soon as you hear it. And you ain't going to realize it right off. But then you're going to realize it later on when you really focus. Let me grab my book. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn my light on. Okay, let me read this to you. It's called Silence the Noise. Like I said, it'll help you immediately, and it will also help you for the rest of your life. Okay, it's called Silence the Noise. God corrects the cause of the confusion. God corrects the cause of the noise. When Jesus and the disciples were out on the water on the boat, in the storm that was raging, the disciples thought that they were going to die. But Jesus just simply got up because he was resting peacefully and rebuked the wind by 3 words, "Peace, be still." Jesus was sleeping peacefully during the raging storm, but he just simply got up and said, "Peace, be still." Silence the noise. Jesus simply told the winds, "You don't have authority. Peace, be still." You have to tell yourself, your job, everything around you, "Peace, be still." Get yourself together. You don't have the authority to go crazy right now. I love that one. Get yourself together first. You don't have the authority to go crazy right now. You know what I love about that? You don't have the authority to go crazy because guess what? God got you. So God has all authority. He telling you, "Peace, be still." So get yourself together. You don't have the authority to go crazy right now. I thought that was just like an icebreaker. The noise. The noise. God already told you that you are healed. No matter what the doctor's report has said, God has already told you that you are healed. So silence the noise. God already told you that you will be the lender and not the borrower. That you will have plenty of resources to pay your bills and help others too. So silence the noise. I know what God has told me. So I'm going to silence the noise. Mentally, physically, I'm going to silence the noise because I know what promises God has given me. If you're not okay, then just simply silence the noise. The devil is a liar, and we rebuke Satan just like Jesus rebuked the winds that night on the sea for the disciples so that they would not die. It's as simple as this. If you have a cell phone and you're at work or you're in church or you're somewhere and you can't have that ring, what do? You put your phone on silence. You silence it or you turn it off completely. So think of it that way. Just like you can silence your cell phone or turn it completely off. Just silence the noise. And the noise is simply the negative things that the enemy tries to tell you that won't come to pass. And it's simply not true. And you will not die here. And what that simply means, like the disciples were on the boat and they said, "Lord, you're sleeping like this? We're about to die." You will not die here because God has already said, "Peace, be still." And God has all authority. And God always wins, which means we win in Jesus Christ's name. So simply silence the noise. And I like the first thing it said, that God corrects the cause of the confusion and the noise. So the confusion was, the disciples waking Jesus up out of his peaceful sleep. And I could just imagine that, y'all. He just sleeping good because he was healing so many people. And I know that when Jesus was healing people, he would be drained. Even the woman that crawled through the crowd and touched just the hem of his garment, his strength was drained That's why out of all that multitude of thousands of people walking through, and that lady crawled through and touched the hem of his garment. And he said, "Who touched me?" Imagine that. Thousands of people, Jesus walking through, healing and touching people and ministering, and one little lady crawling through the crowd of all those people and just touched his hem. And he had that much power in just the hem of his garments, his clothes. And he said, "Who touched me?" My God. So God corrects the cause of the confusion or the noise. So you have to, and I said this the other day, to get you a piece of paper out. Get you a piece of paper and then write down silence the noise. And then things that like currently cause you confusion in your life or make you not feel good in your life, write it down. And then you can see what you're dealing with. And then you pray to God and just say, "Well, Lord, help me with the things that are causing confusion or noise in my life." And then go through, once you write them down, and give yourself one whole day. That's why I say it's going to help you today. It's going to help you tonight, in the morning, and the rest of your life. Go through once you put down the cause of confusion or noise in your life. And then just say, "Lord, I give it to you, and anything that I can do naturally, but please, Lord, do your supernatural." And basically what God will do, just like Jesus did, he got up and just said, "Peace, be still." And anything that, causes you, to be mentally, physically stressed out and stuff, just, you have to learn, first you give it to God. That's number one, give it to God, because he'll silence it. And that just means that he'll give you peace with it. And number two, then things that, like for myself, I'll give you an example. Things that I know will stress me out, I'm having to learn, don't go near it. Now, let me give you an example. Just say if it's something that I want to talk about or I need to vent, and it'll be on my mind. But then I'll say to my human self, "Okay, call up so and so or text so and tell them about it." Oh my God. And as soon as I do that, depending on what it is and who I text or call, Lord, and make the situation worse. Oh, Jesus. But in my human moment, and that's why I'm sharing with you, in my mind, I'm just like, okay, I need just tell somebody about this or talk about this. And then, like I said, sometimes when I call or text somebody and say, "Oh, you won't believe this," and da 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 da. By the time I get through getting a response back or talking to them, the problem even worse. Problem ain't worse, but it was made worse simply because I was trying to vent and share it, but then it escalated the problem because sometimes, and I would say 80% of the time, don't share it. And I'm going to tell you why. When you share it, and depending on how you share it or who you share it with, their views aren't the same because, for number one, they're not living your life and they're not going through what you're going through. And you have to be careful with that because, and that's why I'm so thankful and grateful to God for having God in my life and sending his son Jesus and leaving me with the Holy Spirit, the comforter. There are times when I need to vent and talk about stuff, but I can't because if I get a negative response back, because people will take your emotions or your issues and then they'll just say, "Well, first of all, you shouldn't have done this. And then second of all, you should be doing." They'll tell you what you shouldn't have done and what you should do and how you should do it. And guess what? All you needed was a listening ear. Just listen to me and let me vent. But it don't work that way. So I'm learning, even at my old age, to simply give it to God. Give it to God, and you ain't got to worry about it. And I'm going to tell you, it's hard. I've given it to God. Oh, God, yeah. Let me get through and give me some water. I got this fan on. But I give it to God, and then I go back and pick it up. I give it to God, y'all, and 2 hours later, I'm over here texting somebody saying, "Guess what? This happened today." especially when something be happening back to back to back. And I'm like, I can't believe this. I got to tell somebody. And then once I share, and oh Lord, shouldn't have shared. Because it's like, here comes, you shouldn't have done this, and this shouldn't be, and you should do. So you get all that, and then you got to think about it some more. And it's like, wow, give it to God, leave it with God, and that's all you got to do. That's why I said this today will help you. Just silence the noise, because we create our own noise. I create my own noise when I do stuff like that. That was just my main example. Creating my own noise by something that I need to just simply give it to God and leave it there and move on, wait on the Lord to fix it. I take it everywhere else, and then it causes extra noise, and then I'm over there mad. So silence the noise, and then once you identify your causes, that's why you have to look at yourself first, because we cause our own noise, by not just taking it to God and leaving it there. And then if we don't know what our noise is, that's why just write it down on paper what right now stresses you out. Anything that stresses you out, that causes noise in your life. It could be something simple as, well, it ain't simple, but driving to work, and you have a stress driving to work because you have a long distance to drive, or traffic is crazy, or people are driving crazy. That's noise in your life. So you get up, you leave out your house, then had your good old cup of coffee, or got your coffee with you in the car, and next thing you know, somebody is late for work, so they having road rage and driving fast, or there's an accident on the road. All of that stuff causes noise, so by the time you get to work, or wherever you're going, guess what? Now you're in a bad mood. And that causes noise in your life. So everything that causes noise, write it down. Then write down how you can change it. And that's why I say, first of all, you write down, God will silence the noise. Peace, be still. That simple. And then the things that you can do humanly, like for me, I just give it to God. I don't take it everywhere now. I don't start texting or calling and doing all that old stuff. I just leave it there. Give it to God and leave it alone. So write down what you can do humanly. First of all, at the top, God, silence the noise, peace, be still. And then humanly, the things that you can do to correct it. And then you leave it alone. And I'm telling you, when you go back to pick up your list, first of all, you're going to be in a lot of peace. Because when you start to just give it to God, He'll fix all of that for you. Every bit of it. Whatever you put on your list. And then He's going to give you a supernatural thought that as things are getting better for you, the peace be still part, you're going to be like, this is better in my life. Wow, I'm not as stressed out. Okay? And then guess what? You're going to be better and better and better. And guess what? Share it with other people. Share this with your job. Share this with your family. Even your children. Even your children. Children have noise in their life too. Another sibling may be getting on their nerves because, siblings are different ages and siblings do different things and they get on each other's nerves. The little toddler is taking the toys or in the room with the bigger children, and the bigger children are, just trying to grow up or do homework or whatever. And here come the little baby and all that, doing stuff. And they're like, oh, so-and-so in my room. And, just simple thing. Even children can learn how to silence the noise by, hey, be kind to little sister or brother. If little sister or brother come in your room and you 13, 14, let little sister and brother be in there for a few minutes. Love on them. Play a game with them. Play with toys with them or something. Give them that time. And then go in there and say, Mom, Dad, whatever. I'm trying to read my book or whatever. Watch a little TV program. And then, of course, hey, it's all kind of ways to, at different ages, we can silence the noise. Even as older gentlemen and women. Ways to silence the noise. Now, we know if we have something that triggers us, put your triggers down on your paper. Because when you get older, you don't have a lot of patience. I'm laughing. I'm one of them people that I expect things to go as planned. And this is not really funny, but I'm laughing. I expect when you get older, you expect things to go as planned, go how you want them to go, because you feel entitled that, oh, I'm older now, life should be getting better, and just stable. You just want to be in peace. Peace, be still, literally. And it's the same thing. Write your triggers down. That you know, the silence the noise. The same thing. Write your human stuff down, and then God already know what you're going through. Like I said, just your triggers, and patience, and dealing with today, how things are so different from years ago, and it's like, okay, peace, be still, just give it to God. Let me put my book up back, y'all, book back up. And then I'm gonna talk a little bit more because my throat is dry with this fan. The more I talk, dry my throat get. But I want to share one last thing with you. And then I might go in here and make this plate of dirty rice, barbecue potato salad, turnip greens, and menudo. My Lord, that food is calling me, y'all. I'm trying to hold on a few more hours so I can have it for breakfast. But boy, if I tell you, I'm getting hungry, and I am imagining having me a plate of July the 4th food. Let me put this book up and get some water. Lord Jesus. All right, I'm back. I am back, y'all. Got my water. Throat is not as dry. I'm still thinking about going in here and making this plate of food at 2:30 in the morning. But I'm going to try to hold out. I'm going to try to hold out. Oh, Lord. Whew. Y'all, holiday food be doing a job on you. You eat your regular stuff every day. When you get to the holidays, and it's different kinds of foods, in holidays, you make your special foods and special desserts, stuff you don't normally make, all that. Oh, Lord, I'm getting hungry about a minute. And they make you overeat, y'all. I'm telling you, like, I never make dirty rice. I've made dirty rice like Two times in my life, yesterday made three, but I like dirty rice. You know how you like something, but you don't make it all the time? Well, yeah, I made that dirty rice yesterday, and if I tell you, it turned out delicious. Oh my God. And there's so many different versions of it, but the recipe I made yesterday, that recipe is a winner, and it turned out amazing. I'm just gonna tell the truth, y'all. That dirty rice. If you don't know what dirty rice is, Google it. And I like I said, it's different versions of it. But the way I made it yesterday, Lord have mercy, I could almost go in there and eat that cold. It was just that good. But y'all, that turned out really, really flavorful. Very flavorful. That's the one dish I kept wanting to go back to. Actually, I ate three times dirty rice, 3 bowls of it. First time I was like, oh my God, that was my sample bowl. I said, that turned out very good. And then I went back a second time and I said, yeah, this is good. Because you know, sometimes when you do your sample bowl or your sample plate, you just hungry from smelling the food. So everything tastes good. But I went back. And then I went back again. And I was like, no, that's really good. I kept on wanting to go back and keep eating that. Woo-wee. And that is, that dirty rice will get you. Because, you know, it's first of all rice. Rice got the starch in it. And in mine, I put andouille sausage, ground beef, and liver. And like I said, they're all made differently. Some people make it just with ground beef and the rice and the green peppers, red peppers, stuff like that. It's so many different versions of making it. Even the box mix that you buy, and then it tells you to add your meats to it, is different. It's so many versions of dirty rice. But if I tell you, like I said, one I made yesterday, oh my God, I'm hungry for it now. But Lord, I tell you, very flavorful. That's all I can say. Very flavorful. And then I did a new barbecue recipe. Uh, the sauce that went on it, it's like peri peri or hulu. I'm probably not saying that right, but the sauce that I made to go on that barbecue, y'all, it changed the game. Imagine your barbecue. You done seasoned it up, cooked it up, and then you put the most amazing sauce. Now, some people don't like sauce on their barbecue. They want to eat their ribs, chicken, whatever, plain, or have the barbecue sauce to the side. Y'all, that sauce I made, Lord have mercy. All I can tell you, game changer. And what it had was like, well, I'll tell you what the recipe said. Pineapple juice, brown sugar. Hold on, let me get it right. Pineapple juice, brown sugar. It had a little tiny bit of ketchup. And that ketchup threw me off because I was like, ketchup? But you can't even taste the ketchup though. Pineapple juice, brown sugar, ketchup, ginger. Ginger was in it. Uh, Onion powder. Let's see. Oh, a little tiny bit of soy sauce. And I had to kick it up a notch by putting the Worcestershire sauce in it. And then I put some, oh, what was the other stuff? Oh, I can't think of it. I go by the recipe. Now, what I like to do, I go by the recipe first, especially if it's a new recipe. And then once I taste it and see if I like, you know, that flavor, and then sometimes I go in there and kick it up a notch by adding my extra stuff. Oh, you put a tiny bit of hot sauce in there. And I used Tabasco sauce. But y'all, by the time those flavors came together, if I kid you not, it had like a smoky, tangy. It wasn't sweet like I thought it was gonna be. You know, with the pineapple juice and the brown sugar, it was just like the flavors came together. And if I tell you, it just was amazing. And that's all I can say. Y'all, let me stop talking about food. That's gonna make me want to go in there and eat. But anyways, I was saying before that, be careful, cause on holidays, y'all, by the time you eat, like July 4th is on a Thursday. So you got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Cause most people that make a lot of food, you eat that first day Thursday. You definitely got leftovers for Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, you probably got a few hot dogs and hamburgers. You know, all the ribs and chicken and sausage, all that's gone. But by Saturday and Sunday, you got hot dogs and hamburger patties left, potato salad. But guess what? You done ate too much. You tired of eating. You don't want to clean up the kitchen no more. So guess what you say? Y'all go in there and find something to eat. So they go in there and finish off them leftover hamburgers and hot dogs. So by the time you eat for 4 days off of your holiday food, you gain 5 to 10 pounds. True story. And I tested it myself. I tested myself actually last year. And between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I gained 10 pounds. And that's why at the first of the year I said, oh, no, no, no. And you can throw the New Year's in there too. You eat all that for Thanksgiving, turkey dressing, Lord have mercy, pies, cakes. Then you get that at Christmas, eating the same stuff again, ham and barbecue and lasagna and Lord God. And then, okay, for New Year's, well, black-eyed peas, black-eyed peas, fried chicken, catfish, greens, cornbread. By the time you get through with them, yes, check out your scale. And I did that for myself because, especially getting old as an older lady, you start out as 140 pounds, and all of a sudden you look up and you 160. You like, how did I go from 140 to 160? That's how, because every year you put on 5 to 10 pounds, and you don't realize it because you just thinking, oh, I'm eating for the holidays. And then you go on and you like, I can't get in these pants right now. What's really going on? What happened? How this happened? Because it happened so quick on you. From the end of November to about the first week in January, and all of a sudden the pants you had on at the end of November, you can't get in them. Even your night clothes. You know, your night clothes be your stretchy pants, well, for older people. You know, even just your little sweatpants up for you. You're like, wait a minute, what happened here? And you just sit up there just from the end of November to first week in January. Boom. All of 6 weeks time and put on weight and inches. And it be like the solid weight gain, y'all. Not that fluid weight gain. It's solid food because you're eating the starches from the dressing, all the desserts, the cakes and pies, and the appetizers at New Year's, and the stuff that have all the sodium in it. All the good stuff, y'all, is dangerous to our health. But let me tell you one thing, though. What I've learned to do, like for instance, like I said, in our house, on Thursday, yeah, you got food where you keep going back in there. It didn't make no sense, y'all. It was like a elevator. The refrigerator was like an elevator. You know you just ate a full plate of food. Then you go back again 30 minutes later. Then you back in there again 30 minutes later with something. It didn't even make no sense. It's just like you're really not eating for hunger. You're eating just because the food is there and it tastes good. But let me tell you something. When you do your holiday foods, what I try to do is, first of all, I let myself have one plate of everything I want. And then after that, then I go back and I try to eat like a little bit of something different so that I don't just keep on making a plate, then go back another full plate, another full plate, another full plate. So I try to balance it. But like I said, by the time you get to Saturday and Sunday and you on hot dogs and hamburgers, then you're like, oh, well, let me get up and make some fresh French fries. That gets you. That's 4 days of heavy eating. But what I try to do to balance it, like immediately, if the Lord willing, on Monday, if God say so, all leftovers are gone. You done had 4 days of eating everything. Refrigerator's cleaned out. Go on Monday and just get back on your routine. And then what you do is you drink a lot of water. Water, not juices. Drink a lot of water. And then just try to have like a lot of vegetables. Like make big salads for dinner. Like literally, like for a couple of days. And I'm going to tell you how easy it is. Make you a big giant salad. Make you a regular salad. Then on Tuesday, a taco salad. Very simple. Instead of using ground beef, use turkey. I'm telling y'all, and the flavor be so good. And then all you do is just, the first day, just say like on Monday, make you the big regular salad. kind of like a chef salad, but make the basic salad. Just lettuce, and that's it. Then what you put out for your condiments are tomatoes, bell peppers, uh, mushrooms, whatever you like to put in your salads. Just put you out like a little salad bar. Everybody go through, make their salad. So there you go, and the salad is going to cleanse and purge you for one. Day two, you still got your basic salad mix. And what I do, to tell the truth, I just buy the salad mix. Salad mix, and then I buy the spinach too. I just buy a big thing of them. Day two, on Tuesday, Lord willing, go in there and make your turkey meat. Instead of making ground beef like for tacos, Taco Tuesday, you're going to have taco salad Tuesday. But instead of the ground beef, make it the same way, but use ground turkey. And then the same thing, put the salad mix stuff back out there. You got your ground turkey. And then instead of serving it with the chips, you just do basic lettuce and spinach and put your other, like your Mexican toppings out there, like your green chilies, your homemade tomatillo sauce, all that stuff. Taco Tuesday, but a taco salad Tuesday, but no chips. No chips. None of that. Just salad. And then it tastes so good too. And then the good thing is you done ate so much the days before that, you actually welcome the lighter food, but it still got flavor. Like that first day on Monday, just having the chef salad, it's so refreshing just to have that salad. And the trick to it is have every kind of vegetable you can out there to put on your salad. And it fill you up. I mean, you just feel good. And it's like, oh, wow, this was good and light. And you can eat as much of it as you want because it's all vegetables. And then Tuesday, you thinking you really getting a treat. Not having your tacos, but you having a taco salad. Same thing, but you just having your taco meat, your lettuce, taco toppings. And then that's how you do it for the rest of the week. Get to Wednesday and maybe make something simple like a chicken breast, big old salad again, because the salad going to clean you out. Chicken breast, bake them in the oven, or fish. Another salad. Plain old salad, however you want to doctor it up. And then maybe something simple as green beans or broccoli. Same thing. Nothing but just protein. And then by the end of the week, the pounds that you put on from eating at the holiday, guess what? It took it right back off. Because see, your body knows. For one, your body knows your everyday eating. So when you eat the holiday food, it's like, oh my God, I'm going to hold on to all these carbs that you're eating. And then when you go back and shock your body again right after the holiday food and say, get on the lettuce. And the lettuce is key to it. Lettuce and just simple proteins. And then just organic. Just try to go all organic, nothing but just lettuce, cut up fruits. And beware of your fruits too, y'all, because now watermelon will purge you. Watermelon is water, just like it says, and it's fiber. But be careful with that too, because even though it's a natural fruit, it still got sugar. Watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew. Honeydew is okay. Cantaloupe is good, but be careful with some of your fruits. And you can go on there and Google it because they'll have the sugars in them. Natural sugar, of course, just like a natural fruit juice. But be careful too because that'll add up. So you thinking, ooh, I'm going to eat watermelon every day. Blah, 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 because it's good for me. But be careful with that too because, whoa, if your body hold on to all that water, it'll purge at first. And true story, eat you some watermelon. A few hours later, you're going to be in the bathroom. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to be, I ain't going to say that part, but let's just say, once you eat that watermelon, number 1 and 2. So the watermelon will be good at first because it's good, it's delicious. It'll purge you of water because it's just water. And then all of a sudden that fiber is going to clean you out. But next thing you know, my God, you keep on eating it, that's a whole different story. So be careful with your watermelons. Eat it. But I will say your cantaloupe and your honeydew, those are, you could eat that like every day, all day. And you'll be okay. Honeydew, especially, that's just a basic water fruit. Like even when you cut up your honeydew melon You can already like see the water that be in your bowl. That's why you have to go on and eat it. So honeydew, you good. Cantaloupe, you're good. And it has a bunch of delicious potassium and everything that you need too. And hey, but enough about food, because if I keep talking about food, I'm going to go in here and make a plate. So let me stop talking about food. But anyway, y'all, freedom in the Lord. God is good all the time. Freedom in the Lord. He's the only one that can give you freedom mentally, physically, spiritually, psychologically. And that means wherever you are right now. And that's the most important. Freedom in the Lord. You can be in a jail cell, mental institution, psych ward, a situation you going through. It's all kind of situations that can have you to where you don't feel like you have your freedom. The Lord God, who sent his son Jesus and left us with the comforter. That's your freedom. That's your real freedom. For your mind, body, soul, and spirit. Only one can do it. It's God. And then silence your noise. Silence your noise. Do your human part. Silence your noise. Things that you can do to make life better for yourself. Silence your own noise within yourself. Things that you trigger yourself, that you can't help it. We're just human. That's another thing. Don't beat yourself up. We're human, y'all. We're human. We're flesh. We are human. We are flesh. Sometimes we're strong. Sometimes we're weak. Sometimes we're right in the middle. So silence, your own noise. Just let go, let God. That's why I say write it down. The things that bother you, get on your ever-loving nerves, as we used to say. Ever-loving nerves. As, hey, silence that noise. Learn to, and then God will take care of it first, because you're putting him first, because he's the only one that can fix it. Even medication can't fix it. Been there, done that. Been given all kind of medications for anxiety, uh, paranoia, all that. Took the medication made it worse, y'all. Or either you be a zombie. And be careful, it's good to go get your therapy and your medications, but make sure you read up on your medications, because uh, I've been given medications before, and next thing I know, I was either a zombie, or, they put a lot of weight on you, because some of them have salt in them. They're just salt tablets. Be careful with everything. That's why I say give it to God first. Once you give it to God, that's a wrap. He gonna send you the antidote to anything you need to fix you up. And then silence your own noise. Things you can make it better yourself. Like I gave the analogy of, if you're at work or wherever you need to be and got to silence your phone, your cell phone, or just turn it off. That's what you do, naturally. And that's simple. Just debrief from everything and find you ways, things that make you feel good on the way to work. Listen to spiritual songs, motivational speaking, everything positive. And you'll be so focused on that, you won't focus on traffic or that, or if you're a housewife or a house husband, or just, a person that's at home, every day. Just the same thing. Fill yourself up with positive things. That's why I stay in my Bible. I look at positive things. And then that keeps me in a positive state of mind. I like laughter. That's why if you notice, like when I be on here talking and rambling and I just start laughing and stuff, I like laughter because that takes my mind off of anything negative that I don't want to think about or worry about, because God got it. So I like laughter. That helps me. As long as I'm laughing and, feeling pretty good and stuff in my soul and my spirit and even in my body, my natural human self, I'll be like, okay, I'm good. Because that's it. Take your mind, like I say, silence the noise. And then just try to enjoy life and be healthy. Love on your family. Love on yourself. Love on your coworkers. Love on strangers. What I try to do, like if I'm in a grocery store or somewhere paying a bill or just wherever I am, gas station, I just look at a person. If they look at me, I look at them and I flash them a big old smile. Because you never know. People aren't told that someone loves them every day. You don't never know what a person may be going through. You never know. And I always say, even when you just tell somebody that you love them, they may not be them been told that somebody loved them in years. I've seen it happen. And I've seen people, when you tell them you love them and they ain't been told that you love them, they look up at you like, huh? What? You love me? People need to be just like God loves us, no matter what. Every day in your family, you get up and you hug and love on your family. Tell God first you love him. And you get in there and every member of your family, from the teeny tiny baby in the crib to the oldest children, whatever, even if grandpa, grandma, uncle, auntie, y'all, somebody popping firecrackers. See there? I'm hearing firecrackers being popped right now. But anyways, love on everybody in your family. And like I said, strangers, just flash them a smile. Good morning. How you doing? You look nice. And mean it. Like when I go in the grocery store, I be meeting some of the nicest people. I've made friends out of a grocery store. I kid you not. Like I wear wigs. I love me some wigs now. And I go in that grocery store and like I'll see somebody, I'll be like, I love your wig. Oh, okay, here's where I got the wig from. Next thing you know, we start talking and I got a friend. Just like that. And they got a friend. We just exchanging, hey, I love your wig. I love your hair. Or, oh, I love your shoes. Oh, I got them and so and so. Next thing you know, you got a friend. And a friend don't have to be somebody that's in your house every day. You on the phone 24/7. A friend could just be someone that's pleasant, kind, that you was a passerby. You could even be on a city bus or city train and sit by somebody. And next thing you know, y'all done struck up a nice conversation and your bus ride 30 minutes or your city train ride is 20. And you at your stop and don't want to give off because you met someone that y'all just started laughing or talking about something and you made what I consider a friend. Those are called friends, y'all. You may never see them again in your life. Or you may see them every day. You get on the bus, can't wait to see them because you ride the same way going to work or wherever. And they give you an outlet. Y'all get on there and talk, laugh, boom. Going in separate ways. Those are called friends. And sometimes those are the best friends. Even better than our long-term friends. Because, we have our long-term friends. We used to our long-term friends. So that be like your sustenance. But then when you get I call them community friends. You get your community friends over there in the grocery store, riding the bus, the train, or wherever, gas station. Y'all, I'm laughing because the grocery store I go into, y'all, like right by my house, y'all, everybody know each other in that store. That's what's crazy. It's a Aldi grocery store, actually. And that's the crazy part about it. When you frequent the store that's close by you, the people that ring up your groceries know you, and then you be seeing the same people in the stores. I kid you not. Because I go over to my store about 3 times a week. And I go over there just to, move around, get out the house. Sometimes I am making recipes, so I'll say, oh, I don't have sour cream. Let me go across these streets. Because the store is right across the street, literally. And it's funny because, y'all, I got to tell you this story. I knew I was coming up on a story. Now, my niece go in the same store, the same store. My niece goes into the same grocery store, too. So, mind you, I'm in the store about 3 times a week, at least. The security guard, because, yes, we have a security guard in our Aldi grocery store over here. I'm in the store one day. Now, I was looking horrible, y'all, because I had just woke up. And I said, okay, God, I said, just let me run over here and grab a couple of easy things to eat because I wasn't feeling good. So I was like, I just need some yogurt and some chicken noodle soup. And I said, that'll hold me for 3 days because I couldn't really eat. Y'all, I had a bonnet on my head. And then I just threw on whatever clothes because I was like, let me get there when the store opened. Nobody will be there. Let me grab the yogurt, the soup. And I said, now I'll get out of here and get back home because I could barely even drive, y'all. I get over there I'm at the back of the store, and then I hear somebody hollering out my name, literally my whole name. And then I stood there. Y'all, it was my niece. And then I stepped out from where I was, and then she talked about the security guard told me you was in here. Now, what small world is that? Now, mind you, my niece lives 30 minutes from me. I'm in the Dallas area. She live in a whole little suburb. 30-minute drive. Y'all, she... I'm laughing because I was looking and how she hollered out my whole name in the grocery store, my whole real name and all that. So, but the thing of the story was the security guard knew me, and then she said, security guard told me you was in here. So the security guard was like, yo, Amy just came in here, and she in there hollering my whole name. Ain't so-and-so. I mean, just hollered it out. And that was so funny. I said, small world. And then she looked at me and she was like, what's wrong? Your face is still swollen because I had allergies too. So my eyes was, imagine this, got on a puffy bonnet on my hair. Got on whatever I could throw on and my flip-flops. And then my eyes and stuff from the allergies was really swollen, like my face. And then I guess the sinus drainage had me like where, like you can't eat a lot of food. You just want to eat like light food, like yogurt or soup. So I'm all up in the grocery store looking the worst that I could look now. And she was on her way to work. So on her way to work, the grocery store is right there. So she stopped in to grab herself some lunch. She go in there and get her like a little, the salads that's already made up. The little salads that's made up, yogurt. She gets stuff like that for her lunch because she eats healthy. So we're in the store and I'm like, dog. I said, what kind of grocery store can you go to and the security guard know you and know your niece and then hollering out your auntie in here and then my niece hollering out my name? But one thing go for sure. I said, first of all, don't leave out the house looking like that. Even if you sick, throw on your wig, do something. Because somebody always gonna see you. Like my mom used to say, my mom and dad, make sure you always got on clean drawers. We was like, why we gotta have on? For those of you that's watching don't know what drawers is, that's your panties or your underwear. Make sure you got clean drawers on. So we was like, why we gotta make sure we done bathed, yeah, we got on clean underwear and stuff. They would always say, make sure you got on clean drawers. And I finally found out the reason why. If you have to go in an ambulance and they got to cut your clothes off, you better have on some clean drawers. So that day I jumped up that morning, I'm going to tell the truth, y'all. I had just got up, was not feeling good. I hadn't even had my shower for the day. And like I said, I'm up in there with my hair bonnet on. That's number one strike. If you got a hair bonnet on, that tells everything about you. You just came from the house. You ain't came from nowhere and you not going nowhere. You don't come from the house. So everybody know your business, number one. But I'm up in there with the number one strike, the bonnet on. And then you know how you have your night clothes on. But then you say, oh, okay, if I put this with this, I can make this work. Then put on some flip-flops. Look at that whole picture. No, ma'am, and no, sir. And then get in the store. Not only do you get seen, but seen by a relative. And like, if you watch my channel, now you see in my videos, I wear my Sunday sermon notes. I wear my makeup, my lashes, and I have my wigs on. I love my wigs because I can go from blonde and short to brown or black and long, red, don't matter. I love the versatility of me a good wig. Because you can wear whatever, however you want to look for that day. Whoever, I always say, not what you feeling, but who you feeling. So if you feel like I'm a red-haired girl today, I'm a blonde today. And then, of course, I love my makeup and stuff, like I said. But anyways, just see about yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be as healthy as possible as you can. And you know what I've been saying to myself? Like, I've been trying to go back to I'm an older lady. I'm 57 years old. So we use the word go back to the olden days. Olden days. I think it's supposed to be old days, but we say it olden days. To where life is simple and sweet. Like in my family back in the day, my mom and dad would get us up for school, go on out to school, come back home, do your chores, do your homework, get your bath, Yeah, we had one TV in that house. A 4-bedroom house. 4 children, mom and dad. And guess what? We didn't even realize it until we went off to college and stuff. One TV in that house. So guess what happened? You got in from school, and the TV was in the living room. Okay? Got in from school, you did your chores, did your homework, you got your bath, and then by that time, supper was ready. We all sat down at the dinner table together, ate our food, cleaned up the kitchen, and then we all went in the living room and we watched TV together. And guess what that meant? You watch shows, well, we watch shows like Gunsmoke, uh, Maverick, what was the one with the children? I can't go into all those old school things. Bonanza. Oh, what was the family that came on? It was a family that had about 8 children. And it was always something was happening in their neighborhood. But they always taught you lessons. Oh, I can't think of it. It'll come to me in a minute. But long story short, you watched what was news on the TV in that living room. You went back in the room somewhere on, well, of course, there wasn't no iPads back then, but you went back in the room on no phone, no this and that. Now, you could, if you didn't want to watch TV for the night, you could go in your room and read a book. That's what you could do. So, most of the time, we were all as children, even as we got to be teenagers and stuff. The same thing. One TV, I kid you not. And if you go down there now to my mom's house, she has because my dad passed away. My mom has a TV in her living room, and now she does have a TV in her bedroom, which I can't believe. Because they didn't believe in that. Once you watch TV in that living room, good night, we love you, and everybody went to bed. TV off in the living room, good night, went to sleep. And y'all, this is crazy because to this day, I have to sleep with the TV on. And that is crazy because I grew up my whole entire life, adolescent life up until age 17 when I went off to college. And y'all didn't have no TV in the bedroom and slept good. And now to this day, cannot sleep without a TV and my fan on. That's two things. Gotta have TV and a fan. That's just crazy. But I was saying getting back to a simple life to where spend time with your family. And for those of you that haven't ever watched my channel, my daughter, my only living child, passed away 3 years and 9 months ago. And then she passed away on my brother's birthday, of all things. But anyways, I say that to say love and cherish God first. Put God the head of your life. Put him over your whole family and yourself. Love your family every day. Don't take nothing for granted. Do not take anything for granted. That's why all this stuff going on at these schools, at the jobs, in the grocery stores. You could be anywhere these days and somebody doing some kind of stuff they ain't supposed to be doing. And then 20, 30, 40 people lost at one time. Babies, children, older adults, crazy stuff. Love and cherish on your family because you don't know when your family may no longer be there. Leave out the door, put your child on the bus or drop them off at school. You go to work. You have to just happen to be at the grocery store, even in church. But what you do, let me tell you something, and then I'm going to get off of here. You put God first. You love on your family. Love on yourself. You're not any good if you're not in good shape. I had to learn that about myself. If I'm not in good shape myself, how am I good to anybody else? If I'm sick, I'm going to be laying down somewhere. If I'm in a bad mood because I'm sick, I'm going to be laying down somewhere. I'll be no good to anybody else, and then everybody around you is not going to be good either. So be healthy for yourself as best you can. And then, like I said, go back to the basics. Make sure when your family at home at night, y'all all make it in safely. Prepare your food. I don't care if it's sandwiches or noodle night. Put it on that table. Not one or two people in the living room and somebody else in a bedroom somewhere else and all that eating. No. Fix whatever food you eating. And everybody, mom, dad, and children, come to that table and sit down and everybody eat and talk about your day. How was your day today? What happened in your class? What happened at your daycare today? Believe it or not, your babies from age 2 to 4, if they ain't in preschool, they know how to talk and say what. You'll be surprised what your child will tell you. And you, who knows? You might save their life because God knows what's happening at these daycares these days. They show people on the daycare camera going in there, holding the children down and hitting them in the back. Little old bitty babies. Just show some crazy mess. I'm like, you kidding me? And then the people taking their children to the doctor, that's how they found them out. The one lady, her baby had a little old bitty baby, 6 months old, had broken bones. And then the doctor was like, did you drop this baby? Have y'all dropped this baby? Did this baby fall? They trying to blame the parents. So the parents was like, well, come to think about it, so-and-so last Tuesday when I picked up my baby was crying and wouldn't stop crying. And when I went to change their diaper, they was, like screaming. Baby, looked at that daycare footage, and guess what, y'all? This lady had sit up there and abused 17 children. Been working at the daycare for years. And was just up in there doing those children like that as young as 6 months. And she probably did it to some newborns too. So sit down at your table with your family. Mom, dad, even if you're a single mom or dad, or auntie or uncle or granny, whoever. Sit down at your table with your children, your babies, on up to your teenagers too. Your teenagers might be getting bullied at school. Sit down, because I don't know what it is, everything come out at that table. When you say, how was your day today? Bam, there it is. And that's stuff you need to know. You get to enjoy your family, but it may be something else that come out too. But sit down with your family and then old school it. After you have your dinner and everybody do their chores in that kitchen and it's clean, go in there as a family and watch 2 programs together. What I used to do with my daughter, we would watch news, and then we would watch something like Wheel of Fortune or whatever she wanted to watch. I chose the news, of course, because I always used to tell my daughter, we need to know what's going on in the world, girl. And I remember when Princess Diana passed away, my daughter was in 6th grade. And y'all, when Princess Diana died, y'all, it was on a Saturday morning, I think, when we found out. She had got killed that Friday night in the car wreck, but we found out like that Saturday morning. Y'all, we was crying. Me and my daughter, it felt like we knew Princess Diana. It was the weirdest thing. Me and my daughter was watching that and crying. But we used to watch the news together for 30 minutes. And then, like I said, she would choose the other program. But y'all, cherish and love and old school it. Watch your 2 programs. Your children choose one. Mom and dad choose one. And then everybody go on to their own separate areas. Dad go in there and watch his sports. Mom go watch your TV shows. Auntie, uncle, granny, or whoever. Children go in there and make sure to watch what your children are watching too. They got a TV, books, iPads. You make sure you check and watch what they looking at too. Oh, I'm telling you, go back to the basics, y'all, and it'll be what we say again: silence the noise, silence the noise, and peace be still. And I don't know why I got off on this tangent tonight. Sometimes the Lord will, like, I got on here because I couldn't sleep, because I did go to bed early in anticipation of all these fireworks that I'm still hearing one randomly, firecrackers going off. But sometimes God will use you for a different reason, because I got on here just to talk and ramble for a minute, and it just turned into something else, but maybe it's something somebody needed to hear. But all right, y'all, I'm going to try not to go in here and make a plate of food. I'm going to try to wait until daylight. I'm going to try to wait till daylight. I don't know if I'm going to make it. But right now, if I tell you, I can eat a plate of food or a cup of coffee. And I don't need neither one. Because if I drink the coffee, I'm going to be up the rest of the morning now. And if I eat the food, that ain't going to be good. Because that means I'm going to eat that plate of food and lay down with a heavy belly, as my mom them used to say. Well, all right. Thank you for anybody that listened tonight. You're welcome to join the family. We are just a body of believers here that believe in the Lord. And if you don't know the Lord, stick around. He's amazing, life changing. He'll fix everything you need to be fixed and tell you to run on. I promise you. All right. If nobody's told you already that they love you, guess what? I love you. And remember, it's not how you start, but how you finish. So no matter what you've been through or going through, even if you ain't been through nothing, have had the best life, I love you. And God love you even more. You're going to have a wonderful and amazing, blessed day. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Just had a moment there. God is good. You're going to have an amazing, blessed day. Watch and see. Come back and share. And be blessed.